Guys, I have good news. And the good news is, this movie isn't terrible. It's actually okay. And no, I'm not saying it's great. I'm just saying that it's fine. Which, trust me, is a miracle since it's made by Illumination. But, you know, it's got some great visuals, great music, until Illumination's it. Few great jokes, and pretty good performances all around. With one or two standouts. The story's pretty average, but honestly, I don't really know who's watching this movie for the story. And man, this movie had so many Easter eggs. I want to say there's an Easter egg in almost every single scene, which I enjoyed mostly, except for the few times they shoved it right in my face. The world we're shown can seem a little half-baked at times. We're really rushed into it as much as the characters are, so you just kind of gotta take it as it is. Like Donkey Kong's Island, for example, is really more of a Mario Kart ad than anything else, which I thought was kind of weird, but hey, I guess it makes sense because the first Kong we see is the king of Mario Kart himself, Funky Kong! At least I think it's Funky Kong. I don't know. I mean, he's wearing sunglasses, but the fur is different, and he's not wearing a tank top or jorts, and he didn't say yo yo yo! The other characters were great. Toad, Peach, Mario, Luigi, although I could have used more of Luigi, to be honest. And while Donkey Kong was mostly great, he felt the most like the actor playing him. Like, there's literally a scene or two where it's just Seth Rogen laughing, like his iconic laugh. It didn't bother me too much, though. Jack Black really killed it. He had some of my favorite scenes in the movie and was just so entertaining and hilarious with his Bowser. Sure, it leaned in a more comedic way, but he also was pretty intimidating. Like he was saying, I'll just kill these people, and was very casual about it. Bowser kind of reminded me of Lord Helmet from Spaceballs now that I think about it. I don't know why. I think there was a few scenes very similar to Lord Helmet in Spaceballs. So it sounds like I love this movie, and I did like it for the most part. But like we saw coming, the studio is holding itself back by adding pointless things that are only there for easy and childish jokes that don't actually add anything to the movie that parents and kids will forget soon after watching the movie. Countless pop songs that replaced the actual amazing score took me out of the movie. And one of those songs was I Need a Hero, which please stop using this. They just used it in Shazam 2, and like I said in that video, you will never top Shrek 2, so just stop. There's also so many slow-mo moments that add absolutely nothing. A couple of lame jokes and cliches that they usually use. I really didn't enjoy the nihilistic Luma. Like, was it supposed to be funny? It was so lame. It was used so much and I rolled my eyes every single time it showed up. Illumination just does the bare minimum when it comes to respecting their audience and creating smart and entertaining films. Like, they just resort to Facebook mom humor. And yes, I know this is a kids movie, but that doesn't mean they should treat their audiences like idiots. You know what else is a kids movie? Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, or Into the Spider-Verse. The difference is with those is that they respect the audience and it shows. Like their new film that's coming up, I think it's called Migration or Migrate. It looks like I like the concept, I like the originality, but to be honest, I'm not going to go see it unless I hear really good things about it because I still do not trust Illumination after this movie. This movie does go by fast, for better or worse. I think it could have added a few more scenes, but overall, yeah, not a total up. I'd say overall good, and I'm excited to see what they do next because this movie is definitely getting a sequel. Now let's talk a little bit about the spoilers. So many cool Easter eggs in this movie. First with the amazing soundtrack, getting songs from Mario Galaxy to the original Super Mario Bros. So many cool remixes, it always got me hyped. Especially at the very end when Mario and Luigi get the Power Star and hearing that invincibility music, so great. But some of those Easter eggs were a little too much. Like they treated the audience like idiots. I'm thinking of the mostly awesome Rainbow Road Mario Kart section when we see the Blue Shell Koopa get defeated and then he literally yells, "Blue Shell!" and then does the Blue Shell Mario Kart item effect and like he may as well said, "I'm supposed to be the Blue Shell from Mario Kart 64 where I fly to hit whoever's in first." Like we knew what was gonna happen as soon as we saw your shell was blue. You did not have to yell blue shell. We knew. Some of my favorite parts were Bowser admitting to his army that he wants to marry Princess Peach, and then he fries the one guy who says, like, what if she says no? Or, of course, when Bowser's playing on the piano and we hear Jack Black rock out to the Peaches song. Oh man, I also loved when Luigi had the flashback and we saw baby Luigi and baby Mario. It just felt so good, and they looked exactly how they looked in the games. But the best appearance by far was King Bob-omb, who unfortunately blew the up at the end. The dog bit at the end also got a good chuckle out of me. Charles Martinet being the dad, I think, was a nice touch. And lastly, I will not take the mini mushroom slander from this movie. They always treat it like it's supposed to be bad for you, but I always had so much fun with the mini mushroom. Like, look, you could run on water. It was so much fun. Come on. So yeah, I had a good time. But it wasn't anything groundbreaking, and I could tell it was being held back by the studio's usual tropes, which most people saw coming. I would say it's about on par with the second Sonic the Hedgehog movie, maybe a little bit worse, but still an overall win. Okay, and why the f didn't they credit Grant Kirkhope for the DK rap? Please give him proper credit. That song is heat. But that's all the time I got. Algae Rhythm says to like, comment, and subscribe, and now Pete, send these Goombas down to Gusty Garden Galaxy.